Hello, friends. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Debbie here with Debbie Gets Crafty, and we're going to work on our keychain series, Keychain Fun, with Crafting with Judi. It's a little collaboration that we have going on together. That's my twin sister, Judi. And so let's get started. We're working on our little cardinal, I call them keychains. They're actually ornaments. They're one-sided. They're very light, flexible plastic, but I'm considering them keychains as I had finished the set of keychains I was originally working on. So I figured, you know what? I wanted to do these, and it ticks a box in that we can use this for hashtag Grandma's Christmas in July that Lynn from Diamond Grandma is hosting. So let's get started. I'm going to bring you on in, going down. There we go. Reposition. There we are. Okay, let's see. I think I have one on the bottom here. So yeah, we do. There we go. Let me go ahead and just cover him up with a little paper just until I can get some of this done, and then we'll uncover him. I hope you're doing really well on this Tuesday. I'm great. Listen, we made it through Monday. You know what I mean, friends? That's half the battle right there. My husband and I were talking the other day. We watch Wheel of Fortune, and the other day somebody won. They were in third place, and they won, like, I forget how much it was. Needless to say, they weren't going to be able to retire. So, but Pat Sajak, you know, these are reruns because he's since retired, but he said, you know, sorry we couldn't, you know, it was only, I forget how much it was, $7,000 or $7,500, something like that. Sorry, it's, you know, only that much. And I look at my husband and I said, only? You know, I'd be jumping for joy. Wouldn't matter to me. And I reminded my husband that years and years ago, when he and I first started dating, I actually got a job working at where his mom worked. And every Friday, the ladies would do this little drawing where you'd pick a number, and it would be for like $1 or so. And if your number was picked, you got the money. Just a little thing that they did in the department that I worked at with my mother-in-law. And one Friday I decided to play. Nobody picked the number 13, so I was like, oh, I'll take number 13, I don't care. Well, my number got picked, and I won the prize. And it was $30. Well, I'll tell you something. I was so dang happy I danced around that whole room that day. My mother-in-law got such a kick out of it. She says, look at her. She says to everybody, look at her. She acts like, you know, she just won $500, not $30. And I looked at it and I was like, I'm just happy that I won. I just, you know, and I said to my husband, I said, it really is, I guess, you know, people could say, oh, you only won $30. But I looked at it like, hey, I won. It didn't matter to me how much it was. They could have told me you won 50 cents. And I would have been like, woohoo! I would have been just as happy that I won the 50 cents because I won it. It's all in how you look at it. It's all your perspective. I would never, listen, I won. So why put down the fact that you won just because, what, the amount of whatever? No way, man. A win is a win, especially these days. A win is a win for me. I'll take it and be happy for it. And my husband, I love him so much. He's such a sweet man. He says, well, you know what, hon? That's one of the reasons why I love you so much. And he reminded me, he said, for somebody who can get so excited over winning $30, that's one thing I love you so much about. He said, and a person who picks up a $5 bill that they find on the floor of a grocery store and hands it to the cashier saying somebody lost this instead of pocketing the money yourself. He said, that's one of the reasons why I love you. That's a true story, friends. We were in a grocery store and I was checking out and I happened to look down and there was a $5 bill at the register and I picked it up and automatically gave it to the cashier and said, oh my gosh, somebody lost this. And the cashier looked at me like I had, sprouted another extra arm and took the money, of course. I don't know what she did with it, and I told my husband, I said, and I've said it ever since the day that happened, I said, what flashed through my mind was some little old man or little old lady who is dependent on their Social Security check each month, and they accidentally drop that, and that is the difference between them, having an extra meal or getting their medication. And I couldn't in good conscience take the money. Even though it was $5, just $5 to somebody could mean, oh my gosh, my $5 that I need and would use, for a meal or for medicine to somebody else. What could be a coffee to somebody could be a meal or medicine to somebody else. And that's all I thought about that day, at that moment. And it was just an automatic thing that I gave the money to the cashier. And like I said, whether she pocketed it herself or, handed it to the manager and the manager pocketed it, who knows? I don't know. But all I know is if somebody came to say, I lost my $5 at the register, I hope somebody, was kind enough to say, okay, here it is. So, I don't know. That's the way I was raised. So, whether it's 50 cents, $500, $7,500, I'd be happy for the win. And even if I was somebody who, gee whiz, I could use an extra $5, and I found it at the register, I'd still give it back. It's just who I am. I just think about the other person who may have lost it. I don't know. That's me. But I felt good about it. But getting back to the original story, it's all on how you look at it. Pat Sajak said, sorry it wasn't more. And that guy might have said, to himself, listen, it's a lot more than I had when I arrived at the studio that day, so I'll take it. At least that's the way I would have felt. That's the way I felt with that $30 that I won. That was more money than I had before I started my shift that day, so I'm okay with it. Oh, friends. I don't know. That's, sometimes Todd and I will play the lottery. Not often, because, we just would rather not. But there's sometimes that we do. We used to play a lot more when we lived in Florida and when we first got together when we were living in New York State. We used to play the lottery a lot more. I know somebody who said, well, I won't play the lottery unless it's above a certain amount. And I'm like, thinking to and it was like, millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. And I'm like, thinking to myself, man, oh man, you tell me I won $100 and I'd be like, woohoo, I'm rich. And I understand it's not much in these days, but like I say, it's all how you look at it, My friend is like, I want it to be, worth my while. Well, any little bit is worth my while, It's all how you look at it. I'm not saying that their opinion is wrong. I'm just saying that's how I feel, It's all on how you look at it. So we are finished with today's little keychain. Isn't that cute? He's a cutie pie. So friends, thanks again for stopping by and sharing some time with me today. Please go ahead over to Crafting with Judi. Like, comment, subscribe on her video. Please like, comment, and subscribe on this video as well. Let me know what you're up to these days and let me know how you're doing. Share the video with your friends and family and hit that bell notification and you'll be notified every time that I upload a video. Until I see you all again, God bless, take care, happy crafting. Goodbye now.